Hello, guys. Welcome back to another stream after quite a few days. But we are here back again, and for a change, we're not doing prop night today. Instead, we are going to play some chess. So, welcome back, guys. What's up? What's up with all of you? How's it going? And what are you guys following these days? Did you catch Prug's amazing win over Magnus yesterday? I got waken up by one of my friends. I was in bed yesterday, surprisingly early at 2:20, not having to do the soul crushing CCT commentary this year, which I was doing last year. And what an amazing day! What an amazing performance by Prag, and what an amazing kid he is, right? Of course, Yash, I remember you. How many of you guys watched Prag's win over Magnus yesterday? And what is your talking point of the CCT this year? Are you guys following CCT this year? Yes or no? If yes, do you like the changes in the format? Do you like how chess is changing towards being more towards win or loss, less of draws? And I'm asking so many yes or no questions that when the chat is replying yes or no, I don't even realize which question it is for. Congratulations, Ishan. While kids like Arjun and Prag are winning tournaments after tournaments and completing stuff, some amazing accomplishments from you too, finishing off animes. Not trying to be mean, but just speaking the truth. Yes. I'm also not following the streams. I'm only following the games, the moves and stuff. Although occasionally I tune in to check. Occasionally I tune in to check the streams. I usually tune in to see Liko speaking and the Tanya and Liko commentary. But sometimes I tune into Saga's commentary too, just for funs. All right. So, what shall we do on stream today? Now, of course, I didn't call Prag because it would be a bit intrusive calls, but I did uh, congratulate him on text, and he has another day today. So, more victories incoming. I have a tournament coming up in a few weeks, March 10, Bangladesh League, and the way my chess functions is, if you all have had your tank cleaned at your apartment, then they tell you to open the tap for some time, so all the muddy water comes, and then the normal water starts coming. So my chess functions in a very similar way. When I haven't played chess for a really long time, a lot of mud comes out initially, and then I start getting into a flow. Suddenly, I start playing better, and I have no control over when the decent water starts coming out. I can assure you that my chess will probably be a bit better than the water we get in our tap here. But the analogy is similar. It takes time for me to warm up. It takes time for me to reach that flow. So I thought I'll do some chess this week, play some chess, and then people might be wondering, why I'm doing this on stream, why I'm not doing it offline, like why I'm not just practicing like a proper professional. Two reasons. First of all, even at my home, the time I'm streaming is the only time when people just don't disturb me at all. So if I was playing on my computer, there's a very good chance that I'll get interrupted during the game by something or another. Being live on camera gives me a perfect excuse to be completely focused about what I'm doing and be completely engaged in the task. And secondly, these days it looks like streamers are performing really well. There was Hikaru who won the Berlin Grand Prix, and then he also. You would think that winning the Berlin Grand Prix would kind of make him satisfied, and he might want to take a few days off. But no, he didn't stop at all. He went on. He played in the chess.com rapid championship, also scored 7 out of 9, won the qualifier. And I don't remember I don't know what happened in the knockouts. I was not following that, but I think he must have won that too. uh, and of course, Eric Hansen performing so well in the CCT right now, outperforming many people who do chess full time. So it looks like things are going good for streamers. So I'm joining the bandwagon as well. Ah, okay. He lost to Fabi. Okay. Anomalies happen. Anomalies happen. Uh, Sometimes Hikaru loses. Sometimes Ishan makes good jokes. These things happen. But for the most part, Hikaru plays amazing chess, and he's amazing at whatever he does. So that's the I think that's also kind of the secret, It's not about streaming, or it's not about what you're doing, but when you put yourself in that place where you have to, you know, get the best out of yourself. If you put yourself into in that zone where you have to push yourself to perform at high intensity, then it's really good for you, regardless of what you're doing. Whether it's streaming and playing chess, whether it's doing survival, or anything related to chess where you have to train in such a way that you perform at a high intensity, even for short periods. After that, you get rest and then you come back and perform at high intensity. That really helps, as opposed to training without any resistance or any pressure. And this pressure, of course, it has to be in a controlled environment, not any random kind of pressure. It doesn't mean that people, just kill themselves or put themselves in unpleasant situations because life is tough. That's not how it works. Training has a certain sweet spot where it's neither too tough nor too easy, somewhere in between. And that sweet spot takes a while to understand for each person. All right, let's start with playing some games now. Let's turn on the tap and brace for the muddy water. Please play PropNet. PropNet is of course coming back, guys. It's of course coming back, but it's CCD time now. So I'm at 2777 now. Let's say the stream lasts till 8:30. So what rating do you think I'll end up at today? Chat. Playing the normal developing moves, and getting all my pieces in place. So far, I'm just yeah. Now we have a tension in the center, and I have the opportunity to try and get some slight structural changes. So he has a pawn here. If I take this pawn, these two pawns will be hanging, not supported by any other pawn. And I can also do something like knight e5 here. I forgot to turn on the music. Let's do it now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't quite like this for black, because at the end of it, I can create some problems here. Although it's a double pawn, I can potentially create some problems. I'm going h3, so I can target his queen, and also a back rank lift. Now I can either play bishop c4 or bishop g4, but I can't play at this pace in 3 minutes. Just bringing one more piece, attacking the queen. So he's not quite sure what I'm up to for the moment. I'll try and push e6. can't play the bishop to d7 for any h5 related stuff. I'll pre-move rook to d1 in case he takes. Now let's try to anticipate. Oh, rook d3. He wants to double, but without. It feels off here for me. I can play bishop e2. Just kick this anytime. So I'll start with e6. He wants some bishop d5. So it's quite late. Yeah, f5 was what I was anticipating. I missed bishop d5. But I think I'll keep this bishop. Next, I'm coming with it. Rook d7. So this is a strategically very strong position for me, as long as I can keep this pawn. I expect king h8, rook d7, bishop f6, and now maybe some rook f7, f4. He wants to go for the counter attack. I need to get rook d7, but I think I'll get rid of this pawn first. Wasn't really an option for him, I guess. What do you want after rook d7? Let's go here. He wants rook e8, I guess. Then I go bishop e5. What? Ah, he takes this in the end. I don't think I can do this. I should have just started with bishop e5 instead of rook d7. Take this. Bishop b5 potential threat. It's still a strategically nice position for me. Bishop d3, I'll just take the check. Can take this. I need to play faster. I need to play a bit faster, so let me just make moves and report message. Kind of what I was looking for. Should be mate, yeah. Think so. Okay, that was a good win. Good chess. Wasn't it? The music is too loud. I think the music looks okay to me. Music too loud, guys? Is the music too loud? It's not hard to imagine VD playing Prop Knight. VD can look extremely creepy by himself without even having the help of the characters, and he has played these games before, so he's good with games. इतना तो हमको पता है. This was a nice win, I think, and no, this is not the screen I was going for. My opponent wasn't too strong though, but it's kind of a warm-up. And maybe I'll play Tidal Tuesday and Arena games this week. It depends on my morning schedule the next day, but I do want to get in some chess. Yeah, so as I told, this knight e5 takes knight e4 was probably not best from him. And once this happened, I got queen c2 in. h3 not a great move according to the comp. It was too slow. Better to start with rook fd1 so that, you know, I had a chance to concretely attack him when he goes queen e6. All these moves were not great by me. Bad moves. And here he had f4, which was very strong. And the point being that when I take this bishop opens up, I missed this idea completely. Bishop d5 was a blunder. Bishop d3 was a good move. and from here on it's better throughout. And only being flagged was the only danger. So almost smooth game. Please don't spam in the chat. So let's go for more games. Playing a Chinese opponent. 2783. Good old London system. I'm not sure if it's the bonus 982, but okay. Thing is, I'm playing without C3. This allows me to get C4 in one tempo and create some issue problems for me. Knight into C6, he has queen C6. I can't play knight G6. That would trade. I like knight G6. Trading the dark square bishop. Bishop and f4. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. That was nice, no? 11 moves. And he has left the chat room. I don't want to get a rematch with him so that I can get my rating up. But I think he's gone. But chat, how was that? Oh, another white for me. I'll go E4 this time. Good old Caravan. Good old endgame. I don't know how to play in this setup. Just play normal systems, gaining space. A6 I can do, but maybe I should have started with bishop c4. Life is about so many maybes. This pawn is a weakness actually. I shouldn't have done this. Life is about so many. I shouldn't have done this as well. I sacrificed this pawn for no reason. There's absolutely no justification. But how was that last game? I'm still hungover by that, you know. Winning in like 11 moves. Maza aaya ki nahi? This is also a nice sacrifice, a pawn sacrifice. Opposite color bishop. Maybe not a nice sacrifice. I think I should retract that. But good enough for him. Ishan should be banned from chat. Look at the benefits of my sacrifice. Look how my pieces are jumping at the opponent. Literally. He doesn't have a move. Now I can take this, or I can start by taking this, give a check. Look at the options. This is how you blender and get a better position, guys. This is the way grandmasters blender. Yeah, 3000 is a fair target to have long term. So I should be able to reach 3000 in if I just play for some time. But I'll need a few months to get there, because I don't play that much fundamentally. In terms of the amount of hours I spend playing online, it's not enough to. So then I would need to win a lot of games, and it wouldn't be easy once I rank up a bit. It wouldn't be as easy. But guys, I have reached 3000 before. Can you guess what my highest rating is on chess.com Blitz? Yeah, I would love to do a speed run, but for the immediate future, I want to get some practice before my tournament in Bangladesh. That's going to be our goal as a community. We are going to prepare together for the tournament. So you can be part of the journey. You can see how, training by playing results and output in the tournament games. Kind of like a direct observation. I find it easier to gain rating when I play these casual games, but when I play in Title Tuesday, then I lose rating more. Although these guys are untitled, yeah. I mean, they have good rating, but they are untitled. Uh, the Grandmasters, of course, they play a lot stronger. I didn't really care about losing that pawn, to be honest, because he doesn't have much time in any case. And 3-minute chess is all about, it's massively about flagging. This will be protected. She will not be able to see the daylight. We push the other pawn. Channeling my inner recurve, exploiting his free moves, and I'll play one more game with him so that I can get to 2800 and then we'll play someone else. So Sarov, so disrespectful. That is my peak chess.com rating. Gukesh was supposed to play, but he was supposed to play in some tournament, but he had COVID just before that tournament. So, what's the theory here? Can I just take this? Why bother about opening theory? It's not classical chess, is it? I'm going to get into trouble with d5 and bishop d4. My happiness level went up 1 on a scale of how much? On a scale of d3 to Catalan, it was quite close to Catalan. If that answers your question. Yeah, so Gukesh was also supposed to play in France, but he tested positive for COVID just before the trip. So there was a running joke in Vacancy that only COVID could stop Arjun. I think that's true for all our youngsters. It seems like the only opponent that can prevent them from progressing in chess. That only temporarily. But yeah. How to improve is a very tough question that a lot of people suffer with. It's quite possible to get stuck at one level and yeah, I was kind of, I saw that this was coming, but I thought maybe he won't do that. But see how I strategically outplayed them. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't explaining the moves and stuff, but I didn't have to. I wasn't really thinking so consciously. I just got out of open prep so that he had to start making moves on his own, and made all these strong moves. So right now uh, I'm just showing off and gloating, which I'm allowed to with you guys, right? Go to H4 check. He's surviving here. So I mean, showing off and gloating and stuff is fine, but it would be a big egg on my face if I don't win this. And I'm guessing that egg is not going to be so beneficial for me in this context. I guess f4 to grab the bishop. I'm thinking all this energy will be spent on saving his king, that he might just miss this. If he plays bishop g5, which he's likely to now that he's thinking, I was even thinking of this, which looked tempting, but for now I'll just go here. Idea is again f4 to trap this bishop. Although I could have gone queen d7, but queen f7 with the idea of h6 and f4. So threat is still on. He has to still defend against it. Now maybe I'll start with h6. This was his intention. I missed this. Now I go f4, as if I had seen this coming. Here's bishop d3. So this bluff is not going to work so well. Okay, he doesn't see it. Good thing about playing moves, you have a lot of leeway for your mistakes. Although the position still is dangerous for me. So maybe I'll zip up for some time and try and finish this one off. Just blocking all this attack and everything. Putting my pieces on good squares. Taking all his offerings. Now I have to play fast. Oh no, damn, that was so close. That was so close. I almost flagged him. That was amateurish on my part. I pre-moved a bit too much, even after getting more time. But I really didn't expect him to make such a long move, and based on the speed at which he was playing. I shouldn't have drawn against this guy though. I need to just beat him up like a couple of times just to assert my supremacy before moving on. And I I will decrease my volume a bit. This is Rook D8. This is what I was hoping for. This feels extremely wrong from him. Now we really need to properly assert some supremacy. So takes. Knight into d5. He has to go queen d8. Then I bring on this rook. How do I do this? I start with rook c1. Rook c6, knight e7 check, related stuff. So it's really all about the control I have here. You know, like everything. There's so much of his pieces. I'm controlling so much of the board that there are tactical threats for almost everything that he plays. Attacking this. Not really attacking, but threat is knight into f6, so the queen is overloaded. Is the music volume a bit better now, guys? Or is it still overshadowing my lovely commentary and explanations and gloating and showing off? Yeah, see? Here comes the point. That's how you create pressure. So you create pressure by controlling big parts of the board, and then your opponent, whatever he moves, he falls into some tactic, he or she. So this is how control helps. Now we are in the situation where we are a piece up. Bishop c3 is a threat, which I almost missed. That's the kind of thing that can happen when you gloat too much. So what I did here was, you know, take a pause for a few seconds, compose myself, and then make my move. This is quite useful when you are overcome with any kind of emotion where you reach a high. So the queen came to c2. Now a6 is attacked, so I'm putting all my pieces on safe squares, and he's fighting now. First he was trying to play a bit defensive, now he's fighting. I will take this pawn at any cost, and I'll also prefer to keep my queen so that there is a assault on f7, and when that assault comes, he's not going to be ready for it. Next, knight g5 incoming. He just does not have enough pieces, so he defends it like this. Have to bring out rook. Let's say if he plays b4 now, then what do you think I'll play? Chat, come on, let's go. Let's see if you're paying attention to chess or just spamming about prop knight and reminiscing and laughing at Ishan's bad jokes. He saw it, much to my disappointment. I can still go rook e8. Wrong answer, Manus, but good try. Yes, Anup, you got it. You got it right. Well done. Good job. Proud of you. Hey Manus, you typed B 2 times. Are you saying you made that mistake twice? The same typo? Because that also doesn't reflect well on you. Time to finish this one. Yes. Time to move in for the kill. Enough of playing around. just constantly giving him me threats, and finally he falls into them, which was one more win so that I can assert my dominance and then we move on. Sachin tweeted about Prague, really? How to manage depression is something I cannot answer while being on a chess stream. Not that I can answer it off it, not having any expertise of any kind on the topic, which is uh, not trivial. But yeah, uh, while playing chess, I've become even more. Is my volume low or is the music high? That's a good question. What do you think is the answer, Anshika? I think it should be my volume. Again, we have a nice strategic position. I think my volume is low. Let's just defend this. This time not get low on time, which is the big reason why I failed to finish off a lot of these 3+0 games. Like, I can play anything, just I just need to raise my game at the important moments, and and I wasn't intending to do a lot of talking at the start of the stream, to be honest, but I'm also not playing opponents who demand such high levels of concentration from me so far. So that's the reason why the volume mixer has gone a bit off. But so far this game my opponent has played not too bad. So we will require a bit more of my attention to finish this off. He's putting his queen on the line of my rook. Isn't that a bit like inserting his bot inside what head? Inserting his head inside a lion's head. Hi, Shubhanub. Opponent is a very strong grandmaster. Manas, aren't you the guy who was talking about visual stimulus in Dr. Sed's neuroscience stream? Aren't you the same kid? Yeah, the 16-year-old kid. I mean, people get popular for various reasons as a 16-year-old. Like Tendulkar played for India at that age. And Manas. Oh, sorry, Manas. Okay, we reached 2800, so time to move on to other pastures. So far, my score on today's stream is 5.5 out of 6. But that's... Oh, I'm playing the same guy again. Thank you, Sunny. And my opponent has disconnected. Game will auto resign in 26 seconds. Or I'll get some free rating points. Please give me some free rating. Come on. Let's go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. It's counting down too slow. Come on. The game will abort it. This is so unfair. Finally a Grandmaster. Finally a worthy opponent. Zhao Jun. So I guess now I cannot be as carefree as I was in the previous games. Have I played this guy before? It's my school. No, I haven't. I'm not worried about e4. I can just go knight d4. So the plan will be to okay. Maybe I should have started with d3. Now I'm getting d3. So we need to get some pieces onto the e4 point. It's bishop h3, I guess. And I'll take this and play e4. But so far this has not been great gameplay by me. It's also not particularly beneficial for your chess when you play someone weaker than you, because that's like lifting weights that are too easy for you. And then when the time comes where you have to lift a heavier weight, like for example my opponent now, he's playing better moves at a faster pace, then it gets harder. So like how they said in Karate King that everything is kung fu, everything is also training. Every activity we do, we are training ourselves for something. Oh, e into f4, bishop into f6, f into e3 threatens both d2 and threatens e2. I need to get my rook onto e1, so I go queen f. There's so many tactics. Just, what is he intending? Is there some danger here? Rook c2 is a prophylactic move that defends this. Doesn't this open up an option too? But then that weakens this. So I wanted to get queen f3, that was my intention. Queen f3, that will be c6 though. Just take this, because there's a lot to calculate because of that. Knight b3 also I'm not entirely sure, and I'm a bit down on time now. I get to get d5, keeping things quite safe for the moment, safe and symmetrical, but also have no advantage at all. And this move is a annoying move to face, because he has a e4 square, which he gets his knight onto, will be very uncomfortable for me. I have no counterplay. Kind of what I was hoping for. Also need to accelerate a bit. But he shouldn't have allowed that. Although his position was quite nice, so he's still doing okay. But this kind of gives an opening for me here. Yeah, this was what I anticipated. He has closed on my c5. And my bishop is also out of the game for the moment. I need to keep up my advantage on time and try and trick him in the ensuing time. Scramble. But this looks bad for me. Now he's coming after my king. Yeah, I think this is going to be tough to save. Let's keep trying. Only hope is checks, because otherwise I'm going to get mated anyway. King gets refuge here. Yeah, the king gets refuge here and I cannot do anything against it. Yeah, I just didn't have any defense against the mate threat. Okay, 1-0 for him. Let's keep going. It was an interesting game though. Bishop b5, how do I respond? a6. It's a relatively new line, which became popular post the lockdown. So it's kind of gone into something like a Berlin. Something like a Berlin, but I'm not really sure if I should have played this g6. I think I should have played knight a6. Kept this weakness from happening. Not entirely sure about this move of his either. Mainly I'm playing against the f4 push, but maybe he can just play it in the next one. He takes so that I move away from this play. He retreats. Cool. Queen d4 looks interesting. Just don't go king g7 because there's knight f4 check. I allowed queen h4. No, then I can go king g7. That was still a bit of a dangerous play by me. Push this guy out. Now just develop the pieces. Bishop d7 is a strange square for the bishop though. Strange range. He can get some queen h4, g3 and f4. This is simpler. And queen h6 check, I guess. Knight f3, I'll get back queen d6, but maybe he shouldn't have allowed me to play h5. Oh. f4 is not a threat for the moment, but he can play the next one. Can I do something like f5? It seems a bit too weakening, to be honest. I'll just wait for the moment, maybe. I'm just not sure what to do. But yeah, I'll wait. 32 seconds for that move. A5, the idea is A4. I'm worried about him getting this F4. Mm, Yeah, so he's kind of gearing towards that. Just to keep an eye. And so that I can start creating some counter threats on the queen side. Protecting this. Now I need to have a good position, but I need to accelerate a bit. Somewhere along the line I played a bit too slow. Now I gotta hurry. But he's fighting back. And my position has also lost control. And now I just lost it. It was good for a while, and then I just lost control completely towards the end. And he's reached 2900, so I'm guessing he's not going to rematch. The opponent is Zhao Jun. He's a Chinese grandmaster. He's rated. Okay, now back to playing Untitled Players. Okay, let me make a move first so that. Yeah, it's 2619. His ratings. Let's. But that was already a big difference in strength, you know, the Untitled players that I was playing previously, and then Grandmaster. Even in 3+0, that was like a big jump. And with the Untitled players, I could virtually do anything, not pay much attention, and I was very comfortable. Against a 2600, on the other hand, I had to focus a lot more. And at the beginning, I either play suboptimal moves or I'm a bit slower. And it takes a while for me to get that flow where I can play strong moves without get that flow where I'm making these strong moves without spending too much time. So there's a psychological danger when you play someone high up there. Then when you come a bit down, then you kind of take it for granted that you will win. So let's try and see that that doesn't happen, because uh, this rating is not the kind of rating where we should be staying too long. That's like staying too long in the pool. Allowing f3. I'm happy to shut his bishop off. Bishop is out of the game. Goodbye, bishop. Also, against the grandmaster level opposition, the opening makes a lot of difference. It comes into play, and part of my thought goes on, what openings I want to avoid showing my opponents when I play in the tournaments and stuff like that. Whereas against the untitled noobs or international masters. I feel like I can play anything I want and get a good position. I mean, not get a good position, but even if I get a bad position, I don't really feel like it's much of a handicap. It's preventing my knight from getting here. If I get the knight, it's pretty much over. Without that, I need to work a bit harder. Okay, for now, I'll just defend this. I could have taken the decision a bit faster though. Sometimes I'm like this person who hesitates too much before acting. ID7 King H8. How do you know the playlist, Anshika? Did you get it from the description? Because I'm playing something else from the description, I think. Up a second pawn. Life is good. Life is good. He's allowing me up here. I will take it. Getting the knight to g4 is more important than anything else. There are threats related to knight d3 also. So it's win, guys. Back to Shri OP in the chat. And let's try and finish it in a colorful way. If it is possible, if he allows it. But he's not allowing it. Fine, let's do it in the boring way then. That was easy. Should we rematch this guy? Find or try and find a grandmaster. Oh, we have a grandmaster from Canada. Plays of Eric Hansen and Nemo and Botes. The plays of chess streamers. But I don't know who this grandmaster is. It's an anonymous account. He will try to get in e5. It's curious that I haven't tried to stop it at all. I have made moves on automatic till now, but I'm not such a big expert in this opening, so it's also not the best of ideas from my part to do this automatic thing. I'm thinking he'll play c4, bishop c2, a5. What will he reply to a4? cb. If I start with takes and e4, feels like he's in. I can take this, then he takes with the knight. He's not losing anything immediately. Interesting. Knight c4 first. I think I should be able to win a pawn here. Let's try it out. I'm not winning a pawn. What injustice is this? Why am I so unlucky? not winning a pawn, and I have burned up a big part of my time in this situation. Trying to calculate something to the effect of that. I have lost too much time. Let me try to accelerate a bit. So, what are you anticipating? I'm anticipating CDs because my threat is d into c5 and related tactic. It will be easier for him to shut it off. Okay, he goes knight a5. You can just take this pawn. No? Finally, some justice for all that thinking that I had to undergo. I have some bishop and f7 related tactics in the air. But for cb4, I think I'll start with rook b4. Can just take this, no? I shouldn't have removed that. But okay, it's still a nice position. But in hindsight, I shouldn't have removed that. Idea of queen h5. Maybe I can take this first with the knight. So I get queen h5 next move by force. That was a nice game, no? Once again, Shri OP in the chat. Let's go. Guys, and do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so more people can witness such amazing, beautiful brilliancies. Now, do I take this or should I play some knight f6, try and show off? I'll take this. Let's come back, do things simple. Still, the game isn't totally over because I have only 30 seconds remaining, which is actually a lot of time from such a position. Okay, I need to focus a bit now. He's out to flag me. He's out to flag me so desperately. Although I have so many pieces. But he doesn't succeed. And that was a nice win against a grandmaster. So it feels good. Why sack the queen when you can do perfectly well without it? If you reached a mainstream opening. This is the Queen's Gambit decline, guys. And I don't really remember so much here. But I thought he takes with the knight. So the thing in Blitz is you can survive without knowing the opening too well also. But it's useful to have a decent general understanding of chess. Without that and without knowing the openings too well, then it can be trouble. Three plus zero is intense, guys. It's not a easy time control to play good quality chess. I mean, it's not the kind of time control where. So he has me under some pressure. I can play bishop e6 and release some of that pressure going into a knight versus bishop endgame. Bishop b7 also does the same. I would like to have f5 around the situation, but it's not possible. What other option do I have? Oh, thank you, Ishan. Although, not sure if that's good news or bad news. Another month of you, but good to have you around anyway. I'm under some serious pressure, and the problem is I've burnt too much time around this. Otherwise, I think I could defend. Still, let's keep trying. It's kind of hope for a slip from him. The position is fine. I mean, of course, I'm under some pressure, but nothing too disastrous yet. To get some counter play. That was probably a mistake, though, by me. But releasing the pressure. Queens are traded. Extremely easy position for him. He doesn't really need to calculate a lot. So time is not going to be an issue for him. This king just moves in here and takes my pawn. He just goes b4 here. Okay, here is an opportunity. He missed this. It's about time, guys. It's about time. Will I do this? Will I be able to do this? Yes! 2 in a row. What a nice turnaround that was. Sweet. Now I sense that he's a bit on a tilt. My opening hasn't been great in this game. But I have realized some things recently from observation. Shutting off the gate. Do I read chat during games? No, I don't. This is is winning something here. Seems like it wins a piece. Or at least it puts him under trouble. Bishop d5. Ah, okay, he missed this. Cool. This is tilt, guys. This is tilt. Now he's tilted and doesn't really seem to care about losing material. So unless I blender my queen or something, this game is in the bag. This pawn making me. I don't know why it reminds me of this make way for Nodi. I kind of thought of a similar line, but the meaning can be extremely it can be taken out of context. So I removed that thought from my mind. Okay, guys, 3-0 against Adaro, Grandmaster Adaro from Canada. We don't know who this is. Maybe it was someone like Aman Hamilton or someone. But this was nice. This felt good. And we have another Grandmaster, Sergey Grigorians from Hungary, who is also pretty strong, I think. C3, do we go knight e7 or d6? I don't remember. Knight e7. No, something has gone incredibly wrong here. Something has gone terribly wrong. I have misplayed this opening so badly. And my opponent is not a noob. But at least it confused him. And he probably thinks I'm playing some new age stuff. So this can work out for the good in the end. It's amazing. 3+0, sometimes you just play some total nonsense. And sometimes it doesn't affect you so much. But here it does. I missed this move and I'm in massive trouble. I'm losing something. It's so unpleasant to lose games out of the opening like this. It feels like you never even had a chance. Such a depressing position to have. Can take bishop c5 also. Bishop c5, I'll take bishop to c5. Yeah, this is sad. We'll take this pawn also. Look at this. He's up 2 pawns. And pawns are like this. And on top of that, there is further tactics. Sad way to start the match. Although I'm trying to fight on, but not with any hopes. Okay, maybe I should resign this one. Go for a rematch. Lately, I've developed a liking to the London system. I need to play h3 somewhere here, but I think it starts with c3, e6, queen b3, queen c8. This is not the best way to play. I don't remember exactly why though. But something is bad about this for black. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't try to remember during a 3-minute game. Just take it with the flow. Threat is now queen e4. a6 will be met by... There's a bit of danger the way I'm playing because sometimes this bishop can get stuck. But I don't think I'm getting much out of this opening in this game. But in any case, it's not such a bad question to have. I'm getting some play against this guy. So I think there's something nice out of it in the end. He will also get to castle. I am keeping my options open for the moment. But I am down on time. Not quite able to accelerate. I shouldn't have done this. This was a bad idea from me. He gets c4. I missed this. Queen c2. Lost thread of the game completely. Defending against d4. Again missed d4. This is a costly miss. It's gonna be tough to come back from here. Because my king is out in the open. And with the amount of time I have, it's going to have me under pressure and kind of like squeeze me out. Oh, he's disconnected. He's disconnected. There's some ray of hope. Gets back. It was a good position for me. I had a great start, and then I played so badly, so slow and bad. It's close to 8:30. Jumabe. This was one of Arjun's openings in Weekend. The guy who almost beat Arjun. 2600. Uh, Decent strategic position. At the knight square bishop, he doesn't have one. Pawn structure is a bit damaged, so it's an interesting game to start out. I have to watch out from some night before related stuff, but I think at the moment I'm safe from it. This position can go extremely bad for me. This night before is annoying, and it comes even if I prevent it from with a3. The sad part of it. If only I had one more to play f5. But I don't. It's a very unpleasant thing, this 95. Just go for it. When things are bad, sometimes you just don't care about losing certain things. You just have to try and hold on to whatever you have. Also a good move, which I saw a bit late. Thinking of f4. So DC, I have DC. Goes knight g4. Then what? Play some. Get this d3. I think I have to. Yeah. I didn't have much options there. This game has been kind of wild and complex so far. It's preventing any such thing. I think I'm out of the worst though. Worst has passed. Trying to get my queen out into the game. He's just playing against my queen. b4 he wants to play c4. He aims to keep my queen imprisoned forever. Losing things for the moment. Game is following an interesting trajectory so far. This queen is not permanently imprisoned because you can get some 94 related stuff and get it out. Yeah, that's a good thing. Threat is takes, he doesn't have rook a8, so I don't have to react to it immediately. Make a pass. Someday this can hit g6. Sacrificing the exchange. Eliminating them. Bishop. I don't have much choice there. Maybe, so his threat is b4 now. Can I do some f5 here? Then he gets b4, takes. Then I take queen into c4. It gets wild. Let's go for it. Yeah, this was a problem and otherwise near to perfect plan. Seems a bit needlessly desperate from me, this one. Time is my big hope, but I have less time, I just noticed. I have less time than him. My question is not pretty at all. He's thinking though. Damn. Oh, he made it with 0.1 second. Oh, that was so close. If only I had played King A6, I would have won that game. Is anyone keeping scores, by the way? Scores of the games, huh? Not scores against me. This variation. So damn unpleasant, and I don't remember how I'm supposed to respond against it. What are the scores, Ishan? You are keeping a score against me, right? Not the stream score. I lost count after a point. I can win the spawn for the moment, but I might lose bigger things. But does the bigger things... No, I don't like this. 95. I don't think I should have. I can take. Nice. Nice one, Ishan. Last 3 games were lost. It's like they say, what they say, you lose one, you lose 3. No, I don't think people actually say that. But that is what literally happened on the stream today. Knight d5. My opponent is thinking. I guess he wants some rookie one here. For the moment, I think I have things under control. And my opponent is not a grandmaster, so that also allowed f6. He doesn't play it. Kind of what I was anticipating from him. Maybe just f6 now. takes, and there are threats related to this. Just F6, preventing all of them. The downside of this move is it kills off this bishop for the moment. So comes with pros and cons. This pawn is hanging. Probably unnoticed. Probably he wasn't really focusing on those pawns for the moment. I think he'll take bishop into g7, so king into g7. Bishop d4 is not a blunder, but giving up the dark square bishop, then it can become very hard to defend against any attack against my king. So that's the reason why I didn't see this move. This bishop is out of the game. This bishop is out of the game. And position is bad. Tending to sacrifice my exchange against 2k1. I kind of feel like I can flag this guy. Bishop is trapped. Oh, I'm also low on time. I'm low on time and I think I'm lost in this question. It's going to be my 4th consecutive loss. And back to below 2800. But this guy I can beat. I can feel his strength. Come on, let's go. Rematch. Jumbo also I felt that what? Okay, can't help it. My opponent is Grandmaster Barmakin, who is actually quite strong but old and hasn't played much. If I can get the game to time scramble zone, I think I should be able to beat him. So just take the game towards that zone. Just keep playing till it gets into time trouble. Nice center, nice position. Pawn on e5, pawn on h6. Now maybe I don't know. Rook b8 is an option. b6 is an option. Just go rook e8, developing my rook. Knight d2, you can go knight g4, knight d4. He wants to try and get in d4. Bishop e6, he goes queen b5. So this is the problem. I take my queen out so that I can respond to d4 with mass trades and c6. Bishop c5, queen e6 was my intention. Queens are traded. He's happy, I'm happy. Everyone's happy. Whenever he takes bishop b5, I play rook b8 and take this. But he has this move e3 which I forgot about, and that will not be fun to face. I have to come back knight c6, which goes into a position which is strategically better for white. So this is a very nice and comfortable position for my opponent. Spawned a weakness. If I forcing him to go 92, let's see if I lose the spawn. So I'm trying to get some pressure out here. Counterplay. Concrete counterplay, because strategically my position is busted. Strategic counterplay all the way. My idea is d into e4. Oh, okay. My idea got cut by my opponent at its bud. But I improved my pawn structure, and the position is no longer as one-sided as it was. c5 with potential idea to play cd. I think I go take with the bishop so that the rooks are on the board. And this threat of knight c6, so I don't think I can afford to keep this on. Now bishop a6, the white king can never come into the game. This prevents it from coming out. Rook d7, and now I will start so eventually I might get some. Okay, this allows me to get some play on the g5. But rook g7 check, he just goes king here. Bishop f1, d5, g2 check, and rook into f2. This is an option. Or I could start with bishop e2. So that d5 I had the option to take. Now give a check. Get my bishop onto f3 so that I have this, and then I take with the tempo. So this bishop is angry. Rook g2 check, because this pawn is more important. It will give me a fast pawn. Rook h6 check, king g7. Hard luck for what? I want to try and get an f4, but not so easy. And seems like he has survived the worst. He has survived the worst for sure. But now he's going to get flagged. Could not take this. Rook d2 check is a problem for him. And flag mercilessly. Cool. Bit sad to do that, but okay. That's the game. That's my 10th win in the stream. I'll stop when I get 3 wins in a row. Stream ends when I get 3 wins in a row. I'm getting a lot of texts and my wrist is constantly buzzing. No, I haven't seen the tweet of Tendulkar, not yet. Idea is to get C5 here. This is the highly illustrious Catalan opening, but not the variation I recommend. Oh my god, so many texts. This is a nice question for me. It's completely, I think, equalish. Question: how can I try and turn this around to my advantage, if it's possible at all? Let's take this. Let's try and imprison this rook on d6. I'm not premium 95 in case he takes queen into c8. This rook is imprisoned, but of course he can get out with rook c6, but this pawn is also attacked. So that's the dual threat. You have to come up with two threats at a time. Yeah, a3. Now I can go queen b7 or queen b8 or knight c3. These are the three options. Knight c3 I don't like. It kind of releases his rook. Queen b7 I like. It keeps control. And creates a lot of tactics. Is this a reaching 2800 stream? No, it's not. I reached 2800 a long time ago. It's a casual chess stream. But it ends when I win 3 games in a row. I have a winning streak of 1. So I expect it to be over in 2 more games. So at 9 o'clock. Can just play knight c3 and knight do check. Win a pawn. Looks good. My opponent doesn't come off as someone that strong. If he's losing... oh, okay. He's not. He's not. I missed this move. But yeah, I mean, if someone is playing Catalan with white and losing, then probably not a very strong chess player. How do non-title people rate such high? It's not such a high rating, I think. 2700. It's just that my rating is really low. I think part of the reason is because I don't play a lot. So before these games in March, I played some Arena Kings, 25 games. And today, before that, I don't think I played much in the whole year. So okay, I can take this, play knight d5 and win this. That's one simple way. Do we want... yeah, let's go for it. Rook c4, just so that he doesn't even get this piece. And this will be 2 wins in a row. Let's go for the third one. Not my favorite opening this. I lost a game earlier in today's stream in this precise opening. Yeah, good and bad is perspective based menace. It's always a question of perspective. He shouldn't have allowed this. Now he's in a bit of an uncomfortable situation. I want to get some knight a4 in. Start with this. Let's see what he plays. Queen is constantly under trouble, constantly harassed. It's called Manas. Okay, okay, Manas. Now we win a pawn. Bishop into c4, there's bishop into f6, so there's also bishop d4. Ma from Pharma with a Nas. Manas. There could be so many examples, like, maybe not. Manu is not it's not the way to get there. Look into e5, this. Oh, no. That would have been a disastrous primo. Queen b2 was not a good move. Something like bishop d4 was the right. Bishop d4 and f3. This was pretty stupid of me. Now knight h5, bishop into g7. He's going to play rook into e2. And something like rook d2 I'll play. Rook into d2, queen into... Oh, okay. Now I can play bishop d4. Not allowing his rook onto the game. And this bishop, he has also trapped his bishop with his previous self-trap. Maybe I'll play more games, yeah? Stream continues till I lose a game. How is that? Then there's the risk of course, ending with a loss. But on the other hand, we also get to really milk this opponent. In terms of rating points, I mean. Totally out of book here. Hey Om, be sure to subscribe the channel and like the stream. That's the motto of this channel. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy. How do you guys like this rook swing, by the way? Rook e4, rook b4. Now b6. The idea of bishop a6. Well done, Om. That's like the first step of chess improvement. Rook placed like that feels awkward, yeah? That's the thing about experts, We make... no, I already won 3 games in a row, so I changed the stream to stream ends when I lose a game. So I'll end with a loss, but I'm hoping to increase some rating by the time I end the stream. I also get a lot of wins in the way. So yeah, that's the thing about expert play. You kind of break these you break the convention. You expand the limits. You push the boundaries. And sometimes it all goes miserably wrong, even for experts. Like I have no clue what's going on right now. I don't really feel in control. He wants to get rook b8 check so badly. But the thing is, even if I take queen into a5, he has no good discard check. So maybe I'll just do that and frustrate him, just for funs. Show me the discard attack. queen e4, rook e3 I have queen b5, knight switch I have queen b2. So not totally under control, but not totally. I missed this move. I missed this move. This is not going well, guys. I might have to resort to some flagging in this game. How do I pose problems to him? But okay, credit to him. He has played extremely well. He has played well, and I'm not exactly playing at the speed of someone. I missed this too. Stream ends when I lose 2 games. Yeah, stream ends when I lose 2 games. Banan, you have you watched me play chess before? And, out here, tilting, blending upon. Yes, Manas, I do stuff like that. Use myself as a subject to warn the future generations against how things can go horribly wrong. Stream ends when I lose 3 games because I'm losing this one also. I'm losing a piece. This guy started playing well suddenly though. Feels like I'm playing a different opponent altogether. So, fine. Time to assert myself back again. No, no, no. I don't really suspect any foul play. I think he just started playing more seriously. That happens a lot online, I think. People don't always play seriously at first. Why do you guys think my opponent is a billionaire? Do you mean even the opponent wants to end the stream? Uh, do you also want me to end my Nikhil Kamath reference? Hi, no. Just preventing any knight b5 related things. Preventing any a5 related things. But my pieces, they're stuck without space. So they're kind of stuck without space. And we are trying to bring them out. True. Billionaires are experts in their own domain, and this guy. I'm kind of eating eggs for the last few games, turning out with zeros. but I am hoping that this game will be different. Although, uh, not with that same level of confidence. Okay, he has only 75 seconds, so at least I should be able to flag this guy, no? At the least. Problem with knight into g5, he has his bishop e2, but okay, he just moves away. So possible. If he takes this, I can insert this and win a pawn, but it also goes into... I'll just take the pawn when I can. Yeah, now he has this knight g3 or knight f4. And I don't have as big a lead on time as I had either. Okay, knight is out. Cool. So back to the winning back to the winning what? I don't remember. Back to the winning ways. And once again, the stream ends when I lose a game. So 2790, 2791. And from here on, there will be no more revisions. It's proper. No more amendments to the rule. Defending this. After all that, it would be hilarious if I end up losing this game itself. But I don't expect that to happen. Even though I have played some remarkably terrible level of chess so far in the stream at times. What's the score now, Ishan? What's the present score? Yes, Rishi, I'm playing in the Bangladesh League. Okay, knight into c3, he wants a5. And then we get too close to a draw. So I start with a5. Make things harder. I take this. Should I try to win this game or should I try to flag him, guys? What do you think? Wants to get this knight to d5. This guy is not a bad player at all, I should say. Maybe I'm not even going to win this game, let alone the method of winning it. Okay, we have 2 pawns. So he's not going to be able to take the pawns within 6 seconds in any case. So I think we have this in the bag. Okay, this is winning. Okay, from now on, winning ways, proper winning ways, okay? Not going off the winning ways at all. The problem is he plays Catland with the white pieces, which is, as you guys know, the best opening, the choice of the world champion. It's like the Brahmastra. And even for me, it's not easy to... What was Sachin's tweet about Prague, by the way? I didn't see it yet. Any new opening I'm working on? You mean in the context of a course or in general? In the context of a course, not yet. Best wishes on a long and successful career ahead. You have made India proud. Are those your words to me, Isha? Really? Nice words from you. What a surprise. Idea is to get King G2 and Rook H1. Although I can't say that I'm doing great in this game so far. He missed this, but he's safe. Fortunately for him, that wasn't expensive. He could have closed things off with G5, but he failed to take that chance, and I have my H file open. Although, no biggie by itself, but something to hold on to. Just keeping everything under control for the moment, but everything is under control for him. That's more like the Ishan I know. This has given me some opening. So Rook H8, Queen H1. Cool. It has prevented the entry. Sad. If I could have gotten the entry, it would have been devastating for him, but he's prevented it. But it's still, yeah, G4 is what I was hoping for. Oh, no, this is a blender. Queen into E4 check doesn't work because of King into H5. Got distracted by Ishan. I can still play Queen into G4 check. It's the only move. I can take this, which I think I will. Still 3 points compensation. It actually turned out to be not that bad in the end. Now Rook H7 is Queen F6. I can do some D6 or Rook F5 or Rook E5. I should pick up my speed at this point. Rook G8, King H2. Give this pawn up. Go King H3 and play. Maybe he'll play Rook H8 though. Doesn't. Okay, Rook H8 he'll play now, I guess. Yeah. I keep advancing my pawns. Queen G8 check, Queen E6 check. Yeah, Queen C3 was what I was anticipating. Queen E6 check and G6. So I can go Queen G8, G7. Get some Queen H4 check. So I come back here. In my okay, maybe not necessary for now. Bishop is blocking everything. Checkmate in there. Takes this. Queen C2 check. It's good. It's going to be about flagging, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be. Yeah, he survived all the mates there. So this is going to be the last game in this stream today, guys. Queen of Threes mate. Okay, this is the last. It's the last, and my opponent played quite well. So 3-3 is a fair result. And I started out with 2777. I ended with 2789, so still not bad. I'll go play offline and get my rating up a bit, and then I will I'll probably play Title Tuesday and the Arena Kings this week to get some practice going, and yeah. So that's all for tonight. It went well for a long time, and then at some point my level dropped quite a bit and I started losing a lot of games. But I think the highlight of today's stream was this 11 move in knight a7 check. This was the nicest game in the stream today. So that was fun, and thank you so much all of you, and see you all tomorrow. Thank you, bye bye, and love you all. Thank you guys, bye bye.